You want to paint on pressed leaves, but don't know if you should prime them first. I'll test it both ways and let's see how it turns out. I'm using leaves I collected last summer and pressed inside a magazine and some paper towel under heavy books. I ended up going with 2 oak leaves and 2 hibiscus leaves. I'm following Katie Brooks's method for prepping the pressed leaves. I'm taping them down with masking tape. Make sure to make the tape less sticky first, and then I'm painting the backside with matte medium and letting it dry for a day. I chose the lighter oak leaf and the bigger hibiscus leaf to prime. I did this on 2 leaves because I thought I'd try clear gesso on one of them and white on the other. So once they were dry, I peeled them off and turned them around, again taping them down and then priming the oak leaf with the clear gesso so I could use the color of the leaf in the painting, and I used the white gesso for the already yellowed leaf. And then I gave them plenty of time to dry before peeling off the tape and putting them under some weights again to keep them flat. The last time I did this, I was kind of in a hurry and didn't give them enough time to dry, and you can see what happens if you do that in that video after you've watched this one. I started painting on the yellowed hibiscus leaves first using acrylic paints. The reference photos I'm using are from a little road trip we did this summer to see a 700-year-old castle and a 19th century open-air museum in Turku. These are just photos I took on the way back of one of the tunnels and of a field landscape. The tunnels especially I thought looked interesting enough to include in a painting. So on the leaf that's not primed, the paint looked very watery in the beginning, not covering much, and on the primed leaf, which is the bigger leaf, there was better coverage, the paint didn't feel watery, but the gesso started peeling off in some areas. It's been a week since the priming, so it's not because it would still be wet. I only did 1 layer though, so maybe I should have done 2. The unprimed leaf is flimsier and the primed one is a little more sturdy, so I imagine it will survive better over time. The coverage issue with the unprimed leaf was solved by just adding more layers of paint. The shininess is a lighting thing, so I'll switch them around the other way so you can see that it changes which one looks shinier. I don't see much of a difference between these 2 otherwise. I've been wanting to do some kind of a birdhouse painting, so I did a simple birdhouse and some small birds in different colors on the oak leaves. Not very realistic, just some simplified birds in different poses, some perching, some flying, and a few white branches thrown in there at the end. The primed leaf is the one on the right that looks a little lighter or more of a yellowish green. The primed one had slightly better coverage, but I'm not noticing much else different. The gesso also makes it shinier, the other one is more matte. Oak leaves are sturdier anyway, so not much of a difference, except the primed leaf actually happened to be thinner in the first place and it's more see-through from the back. With these ones there is a bit of a difference at the end. Some of the colors like the red bird and the blue bird look brighter or more vibrant on the primed leaf. So the extra base layer seemed to help with that. As usual, I'll keep this and make an update later if I notice a difference in yellowing or fading or paint peeling over time. My first try painting on leaves was kind of problematic, so if you want to know what not to do, check out this video next. See you there!